Exactly my sentiments this morning. I'm very confused as his own song is depicting this morning. I'm very confused. I don't even know what to do. But welcome to TV3 New Day. Johnny, good morning to you. I'm not in a very good mood. I'm not in a very good mood. And I just want to check myself and my emotions. I don't want to jump
Nobody
the gun.
cures BP, by the way, I keep telling
Exactly.
you. Yeah.
I don't want to jump the gun, and I'm sure the police would do a good job on investigating this one. As I said, I don't know where Shatta Wale is this morning. We don't know if he's really been shot or not. But in actual sense, to have the whole country in a sense of despair and uncertainty about one man, and then some people are saying it's not true. Others are saying it is true. Well, if it is true, where's the evidence of the car that was shot? Where's the man himself? If he was really shot and he escaped, where's the body? Where's he? Like the whole body this morning, Shatta Wale. Where is Shatta Wale this morning? Dampare and his men yesterday started trooping every clinic and every hospital in the city.
Looking for him.
Exactly, just looking for Shatta Wale. Now, this morning, we are picking indication that all of it could probably be a hoax and that it's not true. If this is really a hoax, then I am sad to say, and I'm sorry to say that this one has been a very expensive one. It's not funny. It shouldn't be done in this country, especially for a man who has such a large fan base that people look up to. I think this one is far below the belt, especially if it is not true. So I'm choosing my words carefully. If this whole thing is not true, then I think that this one, you have gone beyond and beyond. And my biggest headache, Johnny, this morning are the bloggers. Every blogger splashing it in our faces on social media yesterday, and that we've spoken to his manager. His manager has confirmed that he's been shot.
Which of the managers, by the way? Because he has PR manager, he has A&R manager, he has a roads manager, he has whatever. He has a couple of them. So which of the managers, by the way?
It was splashed everywhere on social media. Then these same bloggers will now come out and post very funny memes. Some of them on your screens this morning. Yeah, Johnny, I can't fathom it. I don't know why as clickbait you would want to put, I'm sorry for my French, any nonsense so that people would just click and read. I don't get it in this country. We were here when election 2020 took place. A few presenters on TV got a few figures wrong, and you saw what happened in this country. People pounced on them, launched an avalanche of attacks on these presenters in this country. Yet, this same country, we are able to allow bloggers and people who feed us with information to post all types of nonsense just because of one man. How?
Well, so for me, I am quite indifferent about all of what's happening because I've always maintained that fame perhaps gets into people's heads, number one. Number two, I also believe that people arrogate too much power and authority and some form of importance onto themselves when they haven't gotten there yet, or they are not supposed to. There's a supposed statement written by Shatta Wale suggesting that when the said fake prophet, as he calls him, prophesied that he was going to be shot and killed on the
Lucky
18th.
Dube style.
Okay, and then he expected that the police would act. I mean, any sane individual in this country knows that when you are threatened,
you
go to the police and alert the police that so and so has threatened me and file a complaint officially. Then it goes into the record. You don't sit and say you expect the police to act and that you suppose that then the laws do not work and then you keep being on the run until the laws work. When you say when the laws work, what does it mean? Because what you have done now, if it is true, and I'm putting a caveat to it, if the statement is from Shatta Wale, if whatever stunt has been pulled is really from him, and it turns out not to be correct, you have also broken the law, because spreading fake news is a crime under our laws. So all the websites, all the bloggers, whatever it is. And I must say, regrettably, that some mainline media houses also published it. they fell for it. They published it. So now, if it turns out to be false or fake, what kind of example are we going to make out of this, so that others do not follow in that bad light? And for me, it's worrisome when you have artists just put up a stunt, maybe to stay relevant, or maybe they have a project coming up. They want people to be talking about them so that they can get to launch an EP or a single or whatever it is, or for whatever reason. We heard of somebody who's also said that his wife was stabbed at a shaman, only for us to come back and know that it was not entirely correct. So they do all these things just to play the fool sometimes.
No.
And for me, it hurts, because the kind of hero worship and the bandwagon that follows them in itself is so huge that we cannot downplay it. Not so long ago, we were talking about the Jesus industry and Matters Are Rising. And I said that you cannot take some of these things for granted, because look at the followership that Shatta Wale has. If Shatta Wale, for example, tweets and tells his SM fans to go and take a certain action,
They will.
you can imagine the numbers that will go to take a certain action.
They will.
Same thing if an Obinim or an Obofo or an Owusu Bempa, or which of our pastors who has a huge following, spends 5 minutes of his time every time in church telling the people, this is what we're going to do by the close of October. This is what we're going to do, what we're going to do. They will get it into their subconscious minds. And before you know it, they are acting on it. Before you know it, they are acting on it. So I'm not too happy about it. And I pray that it is not true. I pray that it is not true that he has been shot. If he has been shot, I sympathize with him. But if he has not been shot and he decided just to play the fool, I think that the laws should deal with him. I think that the laws should deal with him, and the laws should also deal with anybody who spread fake news out there. We must set an example. We're just talking about how the system works. Elsewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, how the system, if you make a prank call to an emergency
Fire
response.
service, the police,
you
ambulance.
You will,
once they
you'll be
find
dealt
out,
with.
exactly, you will pay. You will pay for the fuel, you will pay for the time wasted, you will pay for everything, every cost actually that they incurred in coming to your house to arrest the situation. So if really Shatta Wale wasn't shot, if really and truly he wasn't shot, then this one will just hand everything over to the law. The law must work in this country.
I had multiple calls yesterday. I said,
everybody wanted to confirm.
Well,
right?
I'm not too sure about it, so I will not make a statement, or I will not encourage it or say anything that will suggest that it is true or it is not true. I simply would say, I don't know. And that's what I kept telling nearly everybody, that I don't know about it. But I know that there's something that you would have to read and share with viewing public on your phone. And you can also join us with your thoughts and comments. We're happy to share it with the rest of the wonderful world. This is Shatta Wale's supposed response.
Yeah.
And this was the statement I was referring to. I'm not too sure he wrote it or he didn't write it, but I'm just saying that.
This was posted some 55 minutes ago on his socials. So this is what it says. And the title is, "This is what I have to say." Psychological or emotional trauma is the damage or injury to the psyche after living through an extremely frightening or distressing event, and may result in challenges in functioning or coping normally after the event. The statement made by this false prophet has gotten me in a mood of violence, since no one in this country cares. So the police of this country want to tell me none of them saw those threatening statements online to take action. This pastor said on 18th October, Shatta Wale will be shot. And you want to tell me you didn't see from your cybercrime department, nor did you hear or came across anything like that online? I won't wait for Ghana police to call my father and tell my father his son got shot this afternoon. I won't wait for Ghana's stupid media houses to spread news to my fans about me being shot, because all we wish in this country is for dead people and funerals. In my life, if my life can be threatened and there is no law to take actions on that, then I guess I would do what is right in the eyes of God. This is not the first time I've had these threats in this country. and now and I'm going through this emotional trauma alone. My dad has even defended me on radio on this same issue. Why Ghana? Yes, my life is in danger and I'm on the run until this country shows me there are laws. Deportee, I'm sorry for taking your phone. Dope, sorry for taking your phone. To my fans, I am sorry, but I would have to fight this fight alone and get it done. To my dad, I say sorry for putting you through stress. Pastors always say things and later plan evil to it, so that me and you will believe they are powerful men of God. Enough is enough. The youth of this country are tired of religion. We know God already, and that is that. If this will make me stop music, like how many people want me to stop, then so be it.
You see the statement. So the thing I spoke about, the hero worship and propaganda and bandwagon, it's drawing along the youth. And I've always maintained, and I've said this, I've told Shatta Wale in his face and many others, that because we know that the youth seem to give an impression of being oppressed, they can't find jobs to do. Most of them are feeding from hand to mouth. They don't have places they can call their own. They are hanging on to their parents or people who are benefactors to them. They are lynching on to the munificence of many people. They are within that same bracket that you find the Jesus industry people aiming at. Women who are been married for more than 10 years, they don't have children of their own, they don't have jobs and all of that. We know the set of problems that majority of our people are facing. So now he draws in the youth of the country. How do you draw in the youth of the country when you have put up a supposed stunt expecting that it will get the law enforcement agencies
to act?
How? When you are friends with the police, you could just walk in and file a complaint. How do you just do a stunt, and then when you come back with a so-called excuse,
like
you come back and say because the youth are frustrated? Who made you a spokesperson for the youth of the country? Who made you a spokesperson for the youth of the country such that you do this? And what kind of example? That's why I'm very jittery when people say, oh, he's a celebrity, she's a celebrity, they are celebrities. I get worried because what is celebratory about this particular thing? What is celebratory about it? That I can fake my kidnap. We recently saw somebody in Takrady faking pregnancy, faking kidnap. We saw it. So what kind of example? What is celebratory about this? What is celebratory that somebody in JSS2 or JHS2 who admires Shatta Wale to the top, to the very, very top, and wants to be like Shatta Wale when he grows up, wants to be a musician? What is celebratory about this? Is this how low we have sunk as a society? Then you draw the youth into it. You see, so what I was telling you, are drawing the young people into it, and then the young people will now assume that, oh, it is the thing to do to be able to get attention, to be able to get a supposed law working. Now, when you say you want to see the laws working, when you have not activated the processes that will make the law work, does the law work on its own, just like that? Somebody has threatened you. I mean, if you don't go and tell the police that X and X person has threatened you, and he said it here, and this is evidence that he has threatened me, how would the police go and act?
Because just in the case of Funny Face, he threatened that he will kill his wife and kill himself. His wife has gone to the police station to report. That's why he's been picked up. That's how the law works. So in your own, just like you said, if you don't activate, you know what? Johnny,
you're not activating the law. You're putting up a stunt. And I will be...
This statement he's released is so unfortunate. I don't even know if he was the one who wrote it, but it is absolutely unacceptable. No, we cannot accept this. That what? You think you're fighting this battle alone? Because are you the only one going through emotional trauma?
Is there a battle, really? I mean, so I'll fight this alone. I'll be on the run.
Till the police and the law act.
So what is the battle? That the pastor should be picked up. And then what? Upon what? Because somebody needs to report. Crime, prosecution of crime is the responsibility of the state. But somebody needs to report. Somebody needs to, if you say I've assaulted you, you need to go and report. Then the police will give you a medical form based on the examination that is done. Like the 90 boys who were sodomized, it took forever for us to get them medical attention through the MP and some NGO. It took forever, by the way. GES, all of them, they have kept quiet. I don't want to talk about them this morning. But it took somebody to go and make an official complaint And you know that 19 boys were sodomized, but one of them had not made an official complaint to the police, so the police could not include
Nothing
them
at
in
all.
testing. That's how the law works. That's how common sense works. That's how sane people behave. That's how common sense works. So when you sit there and you say, oh, somebody has threatened you, you may have a case. The person may have threatened you on live radio. The person may have said it. And I heard the pastor, he likened it to something that happened in South Africa about a year ago on the same date and all of that. You have a fair case. Go to the police and report. Don't assume that the police are just walking around and nosing around. And yes, it's their job to prevent crime. But they're not walking around and listening to everything. And you say they should have picked it on social media, that cyber crime. What kind of crap is that? What kind of crap is that? What is this? What kind of crap is that? What kind of crap is that?
This is totally unacceptable. Totally,
and
totally unacceptable.
Me, I don't blame him.
Totally.
I don't blame him totally, because in Ghana, once you become popular, once you become rich, once you have a certain network of friends, you can do what you like
and you can get away with
walk
anything.
Free. Once you're rich, you're popular, you can go to the police and go and hide their motorcade and let them guard you. You can do whatever you want and you will walk free in this country. There are too many examples of those ones that you can. People who, you may buy a plot of land. I am so powerful. I have a few friends who are in uniform. I know a few friends who are in big places. I come and muzzle you. I take your land from you. I start developing. Then you take it on to the police and I say, okay, come and let me settle you, and I settle you. So whether you want to sell the land to me or not, I have taken over your land, but because I'm rich and powerful and I have connection, I have thrown some money at you, and that's it. When I was buying the land, I knew what I was doing. I knew that I wanted to buy my land here. So I'm saying that in this country, once you're rich, you are powerful, you have a certain network of friends, there are too many things you can do and walk away free. And there are too many examples. Too many examples. So don't draw the youth into it. The youth this morning are focusing on how to make money. The youth this morning are focusing on how to get jobs. The youth this morning are focusing on how to become entrepreneurs, like Mr. Ken Ofori-Atta has advised them, because the government payroll is choked. The youth this morning are focused on how not to be cutting their mother's bread, on their parents should be hiding bread from them. The youth this morning are focused on how to gain more knowledge and education. The youth this morning are focused on how to make money. They are not concerned about any Matra Makwe stunt for whatever reason. And I would not be surprised if this could be leading to the release of, some record or some concert that's coming. I would not be surprised at all.
Lord.
I would not be. No, but we have seen it before. That's what I'm saying.
This time around, we will not fall for it.
It's old school.
This time around,
it's old school.
If it's a concert, nobody is attending.
Can you imagine?
We know better now.
Can you imagine Michael Jackson faking his death?
Can you imagine?
Just so that.
Can you imagine?
Say, I want to see if the law works.
Only in Ghana. Only in Ghana. Only
Charlie,
in Ghana.
Why?
Only in Ghana.
Good morning.
We are lost for words this morning.
Bloggers, if you like, publish this one too.
Oh yeah, you can. But I hope that you've now realized the foolery that all of you have made out of yourselves. Yesterday, all of you blasting it everywhere.
Tomfoolery.
Anyway.
Tomfoolery. Is that what you're saying? Tomfoolery.
Whatever foolery it is.
Okay.
Equia foolery, tomfoolery, child's foolery, whatever.
Fuller itself. Foolery.